this is Victor. I'm here with a new tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to paint this Terminator on the Dark Angels pre-heresy colors. So I'm going to start applying, I have priming it in black, and I'm going to do another layer of black as well. So I'm using just a paint from miniature paint called black, okay? And I will just do a layer, because the point is the spray and the regular paint can have a different texture, a different finishing. So to ensure that I have exactly the same finishing, I will need to, we want to apply a layer of this paint, okay? So we're going to apply a layer of black from miniature paint, and I'm back once this has dried. So here there is not much mystery, it's just a thin layer to uniform all the black with the same finishing. Okay, next step, I'm going to use a silver color, and I'm going to do the decorations that we have with silver. Okay, so I'm going to take quite a detailed brush, and I will do all the parts where I want to add metallic. You can apply a thin layer, and I'm using more miniature paints. Okay, this is, I'm using quite a bright silver because later on I will add some washes to dull the brightness. But okay, in that case we are going to do all the different metallic parts, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step, I'm going to use Rakhart flesh to do this color, Rakhart flesh, to do these ornaments or things that they have. Okay, we are going to do 2 layers to have a nice and solid finishing, but you can see it's quite thin. So I do 2 layers, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step, I'm going to use a Dawstone. Okay, this one, and I will apply it on the bottom part, this part of the power fist. Okay, no, lining clothes, I have to say. So in this time where we have this corrugated thing, okay, I'm going to apply 2 layers to be sure that I cover well the crest part of this. I apply 2 layers, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step, I'm going to apply Nuln Oil, and I will apply it where we have the metallics and where we have applied the Dawstone. Okay, so I'm going to apply it like that. Okay, as well on all these things that we have painted in metallics at the back. Here we don't have to worry if we go out as being the armor black, nobody will notice. Okay. And then, as I said, we are going to apply it as well here. Okay, like that. Well, I don't want to apply it, and here I made a small mistake. It's on the clothes, so I will apply it mainly at the base of the clothes, but not on the clothes itself. Like that. Okay, so I do this for the metallics, and I'm back. Next step, I'm going to use Agras Earthshade, where we have put these white things. Okay, like that. the back. Later on we are going to clean if it's too dark, but the idea is that we have a good dark, well, that we have a good what's called this definition of the different straps. You want to have the line between these parts well defined, right? And I like here to leave some shade, so this is how I wanted to leave it, like that. And I'm going to use now a contrast paint on the clothes itself. So I'm going to use Aethermatic blue, and we are going to put this on the clothes, on the razors. Okay. Here on the lining clothes, like that. Okay, just there. To give a blue tint, like that. Okay, so we'll do the same on the other claw, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step, I'm going to use Incubi darkness, this one, and we are going to edge highlight the different armor plates. Okay, I will avoid the rivets. I will just do all these edges that we have on the armor. So let me just, for example, we are going to do the shoulder pad. So we are going to go, and I'm going to go quite thick because this will be the first edge highlight. So I can make quite thick lines. Okay, because then we will do the gradient to the colors. For example, here at the back, we're going to do all these different armor plates. Okay, we will go one by one with a lot of patience. We keep working on these different edge highlight. Okay, so you can imagine that this all the same. And I like to use, we start with a very dark color. Incubi darkness as an option. If you want to go more greenish, you can use Etching Gray or Scaven Dinger, Scaven Bright Ding. Okay, so I'm going to do this on all the armor plates. As you can see, I can go quite thick in some parts. It's not a problem, and when it dries, it will be less visible. So don't be too concerned. You see, when it starts drying, it's almost non-visible. Okay, it's more visible when it's wet because you have the reflection of the of being wet. Okay, so I do that, and I'm back once this is done. Okay, next step, I'm going to use the Fang to do a second highlight on the black. Okay, and what we are going to do is, just as we have done in the previous step, we go and we'll again edge highlight, and we try to be thinner than before. Okay, so in that way we have the previous color, that we make a thicker line, help to transition and to make the highlight less stark. Okay. So smooth a little bit, except when you have really like here, a very sharp rivet. No rivet, rip, I wanted to say. Okay, but you can see I go like that. And we go at the edge of the armor plates. Okay, and I keep doing all this. Okay, so I will keep doing that on all the different armor plates. See on these little things. Try to do actually the top part and do something like that. Okay. So I will keep doing that. And I will be back once this is done. Okay, next step I'm going to work on the freehand that I need, and to do that I'm using Khorne red. Okay, is the tone of red that I will use. Just let me show you. So I like to use this darker, not this one, no, sorry, this one, Khorne red. Okay, and we are going to start with the symbol of this one. What we are going to do, this symbol. Okay, so we start with Khorne red. And what I will do first is I will paint the middle of the symbol with a vertical line, and then we are going to do the wings like that. We go first horizontal because we need a little bit of space. Now we do half tone, we do the tone here, like that. We do the same on the other side, and we move down. Okay, this will give the basic look of the wings, and now we are going to fill this with red. You can see I remove it from the handle because it's easy for me to do this on camera if I'm not on the handle. Okay. What is on the top? Well, I will know that this red is drying. I will do the checkered pattern that I put on the other shoulder pad. So to do that, I do first the lines that go back to front or front to back. Okay, I do it like that. And another one. Okay, and now we are going to start doing these lines. That, like that, and we are done. Okay, and I will now fill with another one. That one there. Maybe it's not it. Okay, I will fill this. This one, I will fill the one in the corner, and we are going to fill to make the checkered pattern. Okay, I will fill all the squares. As you can see, so I will do this off camera because it's more of the same. And the other thing I'm doing as well with the red, I do the pattern on the knee protection. So again, first in that case we do this cross, and now I will paint this one in red. And then the bottom one in red. Okay, now I will finalize the checkered pattern and I'm back. Okay, once the red have dried, okay, we have done here the checkered pattern, you can see different freehands. Okay, we are going to work now, we are going to use Dawstone, okay, the same way we're going to use later on this one. Okay, and we are going to do the sword and some of the decoration we have on the wings. Okay, so we do first this vertical red line, we change it to gray. Then I like to do the cross, and I will go a little bit lower because I went too high with the red. So I will go something like that. And then what I start to doing is to thicken all these things, okay? I'm going to add here the counterweight. We thicken as well this thing. Okay, and then we are going to make the handle like that. The guard of the sword, we do the same on the other side. And I try to have it quite fluid, but this is a little bit too much maybe there, but doesn't matter. we are going to, so now what we do is we create the shape of the sword. You can see okay, it's a little bit thicker than what I wanted, but it's something that can be solved later on. Okay. Okay, in reality we are going to solve it now, but then what we do as well is on the wings we add this part like that, and I go up with the grey. And we do the same on the other side. We go up like that, and we go up with the grey. Okay, like that. Okay, next we are going to use black. Okay, I have it there in my palette, and with black I will do first. I will split this red part in two. Something like that. We are going to do the same on the other side. Okay. We are going to make it smaller because I wanted to move it a little bit up. We're going to, so if you need to do the correction, then we go next to the grey. Like that. We do like that, and I will now shape the sword. Okay, I will now do the same here, like that, and like that, and we put this shape on there, and we'll put a small separation there. There. And here I need to thin the sword. We use the red to eliminate the excess of grey out. to the end, like that on the side. We use the black to keep contrasting the colors. Now I'm going to use grey. You can see is here I realize as well I like to have I will repeat the middle line because I don't like how it looks like, so I think I will delete it. Let it means painting over again because I want it in a different position. I went too low with the black line. Okay, while the red is drying, I keep making these lines. Okay, and now we repeat the middle line. I like to keep the bottom part a little bit larger. This is why I was not happy with the previous division. Okay, like that I like it more. Okay, because now I can also make the wing shorter than the sword a little bit. Of course, if you have the decals that you would like to use, is another option, right? But here is how to do this purely freehand. Now we are going to do the feathers divisions. So what we do is we divide this in the small divisions. Okay, and now we do the other part. This will take a little bit long as there is a lot of detail to work here, and I wanted to show you full detail how I do this dark angel symbol. When you're doing freehand, I always have my hand steady and resting on the table. Okay, this part of the hand is always on the table. And also the other hand, the one handling the miniature, is on the table, and the miniature is as well touching the table. You have to be very steady. And the way to be very steady is to have as much space as you can on the table as possible. And this way I have removed the handle as well, because when you take it from the handle, as there is long distance, okay, when you try to do freehand, if you are taking from the handle, any small movement is transmit to a big movement at the end of the handle. So this way, when I do super precise work, I try to not work on the handle. So we have done that. Next, I will take orange. I'm using the Wild Rider red in that case. I know that it's called red, but in reality it's between red and orange. And with this color that I'm going to do, I'm going to put very small touch, and I like to do it at the end, because in that way I think I enhance more the feather look. But the other option is to do this line before making the black separation. But I have the feeling when you do it like that, it looks more natural. As it is very small detail, I'm not too much concerned if it's a little bit. Start the transition. Okay. Perfect. And now I will use white, and I will put it, I will do some this white is a little bit too thick, so I need to put some water and mix it better, because I need to do the necks. Okay, and this is quite tricky. I want to do the middle line of the shot. Okay. And then I do like that. Like that. And I will apply. It will be great. Okay, and now I take it again white. I will do here. Okay, you can see how the symbol is really now optimized. You can use, if you want, a little bit of Fang gray, if you want to create a shade on some part of the shot. But I recommend not to use it too much. Okay, I think like that is looking good enough. Okay, so you can see how it looks like. So what we are going to do on the rest of the freehand here, I will use the orange to do like a 3D effect. So I'll do a L shape like that. Okay. So we do, well, let me do it here. Take, and we do like that. Take like that, and then I will do as well the edge. Okay, and we do this for all the squares. Then, if you see that some squares are a little bit too big in red, because as we did the lines in red, so we take black and we make the black next to it a little bit bigger. Okay, we see that the red have went to match. Okay. Then on the black, we are going to take the Dawstone and we do the same with the orange. Okay. If you go to match again, always have the advantage of the wet palette, you always have the previous colors. I will do all this here, because I don't want to go into this part. Okay, and we keep doing, and we are going to do the same on the knee. But on the knee is different because the squares are so big. Here what I will do, well, I will do the same principle, but we have to do this one, the rivet. I will do I will do the edge and then down, and here I will do this edge and this. Okay, as in that way. Then I take the gray this. Okay, and I think here this is quite a big square. I will also do that. Good. So I will keep working on all this checkered pattern, cleaning up, and I'm back once I'm done. Okay, so we have done now all the checkered pattern here. You can see how it looks like. We also have done the knee on camera. And now I'm going to use the Dawstone the same way we were using to do the last highlight on the black parts. What that means is I will hit some of the most exposed parts and rivets, and all the rivets, and as well this type of things that will have that are popping up a little bit. So this is what I will do like that. Then I will do all the rivets that we have everywhere. Okay, there are a lot of rivets all around the miniature, and then of course here I will do like that, right? So just what I think is adding a little bit more to the miniature. Maybe I will thin it a little bit. I want it thin for the edge highlight, but you don't want it too thin for the. I don't want that it's flowing down the rivet. Okay. So for example here, I will do like that. The back, we are going to do some of the edges, especially the ones that are looking up. Okay, but for example I will do all the rivets, and we can do, for example, this side here. Then on this vertical line that we have done, we apply like that. Okay, and we keep doing. Here and there in the parts where we think it's adding a little bit to the miniature. Okay, to the this is a little bit personal. It's what you expect. Higher reflections. Okay, for example, and the rivets I leave it all in black because I was planning to do all the rivets with Dawstone. Is the way to pop up all these small rivets. Here, for example, I just do like that. Okay, then the rivets. So I will keep doing that with the Dawstone, just adding some highlights where I think it's more relevant. And I will be back for the next step. Okay, next step we are going to edge highlight all these white ornaments, and I'm going to use the Rakhart flash, the same that we use the base color, and we are going to just edge highlight them to make them more. I like to leave this more dirty aspect, like if it's weathered over time, and just do the edge highlighting. Okay. Partially, and we keep going, and we do these ones and the ones on the shoulders. Okay. If you went too thick in some of them, we can use Baneblade Brown to smooth if needed. But in principle, if we go carefully, just with the Rakhart flash should be okay. Okay, so I'm going to do this for the shoulder pads, for the ones on the shoulders, and I'm back. Okay, next step, I'm going to use silver again, and I'm going to use this silver to do some edge highlight on the metallics, and as well to do the rivets that we have here. Okay, for the rivets I go with them right sideways, Okay, we have the ribbons done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do edge highlight on some of the metallic parts, especially the parts that are more exposed, because in principle these parts are more polished and they accumulate less dust of the environment. Okay, so I'm going to do especially the corners to give a little bit more shine to the metal. Okay, and on the clothes I will do the same. I will clean up the corners, making them brighter, as you can see. But I want to keep the blue tint as well, okay? So it's just this, okay? Flag, flag, and I will do it on the other side. Okay, so I will do this on the rest of the metallics, and this will be just the last step to finalize the miniature. Okay, and this code looks like when we have done all this metal, and the last thing I want to do is to add the dust. And for that I'm using grey ash from Forge Wall. It's a light, very light pigment. The best is to apply this on top of a paper. I will do this. I don't need any more the Moloch instructions, already painted and assembled. So it's better to put some paper underneath, and we're going to apply this directly. Okay, we use a soft and damage brush to do that, and yeah, we are going to just without, because and we are going to put as well on the base, so at the end you want the same, and this will simulate the dust of breaking concrete. Okay, so we'll do like that, and I will just apply it on the legs, okay, on the bottom of the legs. You can apply more or less depending on your taste, and I will look like that. I will go to the other leg, and then the one that falls down we are going to apply to put it on the base as well. Okay, and I will do then well in this the base of this thing they put on the base. Okay, because this will simulate all the sun and dust. Is mainly dust of concrete because it's more a cityfied environment. Okay, yeah, like that it will be enough. I don't want to dirty too much, I just wanted to make this effect. Normally I don't do this on miniatures, but in that case I wanted to do a change, integrate a little bit more the miniature to the base, and add this dust. And pigments are the best way to add it. Okay, you can go heavier or lighter. If you put water on top it will go even a little bit heavier, but I think then later on what we need to do is to fix the pigment in a way. Okay, so this way I did not put too many reflections on the bottom parts, because if you put dust, the dust will kill and will make the miniature to look more matte. Okay, just a little bit here and here, and that's all. And that's all for this painting tutorial. So I hope you will throw this away. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please give a like if you have liked it. Share if you think other people can be interested, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you later. Bye.